It's Christmas in July, and we are working on this little Santa. Well, he's not too little. His hat is kind of big. So we have been having some technical difficulties this week, so I am hoping that my live will go through this time. Oh, looks like it is. I see myself there, so yay, that's a win for today. I am Shantae with Completely Crafty by Shantae. Want to welcome you to Christmas in July. I am working on, we're going to work on this for this evening. It says my live was interrupted, so I'm not sure what that means. But we're gonna just keep it moving. It seems like technology is not my friend this week. So we have this Santa sign, and I am matching it up with some ho 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 ribbon and some polka dots. So I'm going to change the angle so that you can see all right. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to make some poofs for the center, and I'm just going to open that up. If you guys are out there, please let me know, because I am not seeing anything right now. So just want to open this up. All right, so we're going to go ahead and make our poofs for the center. It has been a week. I don't know what is going on. I did a test run last evening. Actually, I did several test runs last evening, and it seemed to be everything was working, but now it doesn't seem like that is the case. It doesn't look like you guys are seeing me, so you will get a recording of it. All right, so I'm just going to do 10-inch poofs. And I'm using 10-inch mesh. A lot of times I use 21-inch, but since I'm using this color in the project, I just thought I'll just use a 10-inch. And this is kind of thin, so I will definitely need to add to it because we don't want to be able to see the rails. Got it untucked underneath so that the rough edge is under. Just trying to see whether or not I am showing over on YouTube, but I don't think I am over there either. Wednesday night, I tried and I couldn't get it done. So I just went ahead and recorded, or whatever reason, it recorded in my group but not on my pages. So I'm assuming that's where I'm recording, or that's where I'm showing up live, but it's on a group that is closed. So very unfortunate. Try not to let this break me. You do so much as a small business to get things up and running, and then your technology doesn't work. I'm going to try one more time and see. Oh. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Donna. I'm sorry, I was not seeing anything. So I was just rambling. But thank you guys for watching. All right, so here again is my inspiration for tonight. There was a little hole where the hook was, and so I just found the snowflake, and I glued the snowflake to the top. Hi, Norma. Hi, Dawn. All right, so I cut 3 different pieces, 3 different mesh. I have this white, and then I have the red, white, and green, and then I have a red. So I cut these at 30 inches, and I'm just going to do some ruffles around the bottom. And you can see how it frays, and so the way to get around that is I'm just going to fold it under. Because the last thing we want to see, oh, I want to do it this way. The last thing we want to see is messy ruffles. So then I'm going to do the same for this end. I'm going to fold this over a couple of times, and then I'm going to place it inside. I didn't have a work form, a red work form that was big enough for the snowman, so I had to use the Dollar Tree work form. Oh, I see. All right, so we're just going to do another ruffle. How is everyone's evening so far? I was just going to do red and white initially, but then I decided, let's put some color. Actually, my aunt suggested that I do a green bow, and I thought, well, you know what? I think I have some green ribbon or mesh, which I didn't. I only had the multicolored, so I thought I would add that. Thank you, Miss Rachel. So I'm just alternating the 3 colors just to fill up the base, because you don't want to see that wire. I think I just saw. Hi, Mimi. How are you? We have been trying to stain our deck. The weather won't cooperate. It's either, 95 degrees or it's raining. And so yesterday we started, and we got one small section done. I tried to do a little bit before I started work this morning, but it was, I think, a little still too wet from the dew. So I stopped. I just told my husband, hopefully, because it's supposed to rain, I think, tomorrow. So hopefully on Tuesday, I'll get the sprayer out and try to get another section done. Say hello as you're coming in. Rachel is a real trooper. She is definitely, I love, again, you know, community over competition, and she has been such a great friend in helping me with my technology, and also with trying to get my numbers up. So I appreciate you spreading the love. Hey, Nina. I'm gonna just check one thing. Okay, I do see that it's showing on YouTube, and I just wanted to see if there was any comments. I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. All right, have a few more. Rachel, what's on your agenda for tonight? Rachel she's made some very cute gingerbread houses. I was telling her I would love to make one, but my husband would tell me I don't need another thing Christmas in here. We don't have any room for it. Although I could find some room, but, you know, I feel like every year we add to, I add to the collection. I'm definitely sure I can find a spot, but I don't want them fussing. We are doing Christmas in July, and I'm just working on a deco mesh wreath. I was looking, I was going to do an evergreen base, but it was a mini one, so his hat was too long, so I couldn't do that. And then I looked for my pre-made work forms, and they were too small too, so I was like, okay, I'm hoping that I could get this Dollar Tree form to spread out a little bit so that his head isn't hanging off too much. If you are watching for the first time, please say hello and welcome. I actually kind of like the red, white, and green mesh. It's kind of colorful. I didn't get a chance to upload the video from Wednesday because once I got it to actually record, it wouldn't download. So I'm like, if it's not one thing, it's something else. I'm like, everything has, with this upgrade, has changed. And it's not been fun. I know once all the kinks get worked out, it'll be fine, but, you know, it's those growing pains that, you know, hurt you. Oh, Santa boot? Okay, cool. I have a couple of Santa hats and some nice Christmas baskets that I want to do some centerpieces for. So I'm hoping that I can find some picks that'll look nice to put inside. All right, we are almost finished with the bottom base. My husband and some of his colleagues went to play golf after work, so he is enjoying himself, I'm sure. All right, so we have that. But again, we don't want to be able to see that base, so I'm going to go ahead and add some mesh on the top ring as well. Only because the mesh is so thin. These were cut a little bit smaller. These were cut at 18 inches. And I put them in horizontal as opposed to vertical, just to give it more depth. And if you guys are talking to me and I have missed your comment, I apologize. Just giving a little bit of some filler. I'm one of those less is more type of designers. Sometimes I want a lot of stuff. Sometimes I just think keep it simple. It also helps with, you know, your price point when you're if you do craft shows. Because the more you put in, the more it's going to cost. And, you know, the way the economy is, a lot of people aren't spending much on these luxury items. So while I'm not reducing the price of my wreath, I'm trying not to put too much in it so that I can price it so that I at least make a profit from it. Hey, Glenda. right, 2 more for the top, and then we'll start to add our ribbon. Oops. All right, this is the last one. For the stripe mesh, let me check. I don't think I do. Oh, no, wait a minute. Yes, it is 5560677, and it's a polypro mesh ribbon, and it's waterproof. And it looks like it's probably Hobby Lobby. Yes, it is Hobby Lobby. Thank you, Rachel. I have made myself up on YouTube, but I can't see if there are any comments. So if you're on YouTube watching and I'm not responding, I apologize. All right, so we have our base finish. Oh, you're fine, Viney. Autocorrect is something else, so it's okay. I'm used to it. All right, so we're going to add our ho 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 and our polka dots. And I have to remember, and I'm saying it out loud, so I do. So aesthetically, the sign is going to be up. So we want to make sure that the ho 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 is facing, you can read it when it's up at the top. So I have to remember when I get up to the top that I have to change my positions of the ribbon. So wish me luck. Right, so now I'm just separating. Uh-oh. I didn't, hopefully I only missed the one. I didn't do my pins. I'm glad I saw that before I put them inside. Okay, thank you. I'll figure out how to, because even though I'm going live, there's a delay, I guess, with the platforms catching up. So I get on, but it takes a minute for it to register. And so I don't necessarily see it fast enough to make sure everything is okay. But I will work on that. I think my fall wreath turned out okay on Wednesday. I thought it was, hey Cynthia, I thought the colors were nice and vibrant and fallish, so I just wish I was able to have hung out with you guys to make it, but my husband came down. Right, yep. I often think, like, should I be doing things in slow motion so that, you know, I'm not talking way ahead? And while I'm okay with, you know, pauses, where people think, why is she not talking? All right, I'm just trying to get myself situated to make sure that I have my ho-ho-hos going the right way. It was a rough day at work today. And I had to give myself permission to be frustrated. I'm thinking, I'm so thankful that I have a job. But sometimes it's just like, oh my goodness. Is this my purpose? I don't know. And I feel guilty to complain because, you know, there's some that don't have jobs. So like, I don't want to complain, but sometimes it's rough. I also want to make sure that I'm staying positive and I'm not, you know, being part of the problem. So like, I don't complain. But my husband got an earful. And I normally do not bring my work home. But today, I just couldn't. I was like, we need to have a family meeting. I need a family meeting. I agree. I agree. All right, let's see. I feel the same way. The week started off okay, though. And then yesterday, I was like, what in the world? And then today, I was like, okay. Okay. I know there's a lesson. I know there's a lesson for me. But I definitely failed. Because I definitely reacted. Or I let it get to me. And I probably should not have, but when you care about what you do, it's a little hard. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to see. One more on this side. And then I think the other ones I should turn the other way. Thank goodness it's only 2 different ribbons and I don't have to try to coordinate which ones they are. on Wednesday when I was doing just a recording, I thought I had cut too many pieces of ribbon because I had an extra one. But of course, I had alternating colors. And what I did was I missed a spot. So I had to go back in. And luckily, I hadn't cut anything because that would have been a mess. Okay. All right. So now I think my goodness, this last batch looks like I didn't cut the 2.5 inch. Oh, I think it was because initially I was going to do 4 different ribbons and I decided just to do the 2. And so I didn't cut the first 6. All right, so let me see. It needs to go up this way. So what are the plans for this weekend? Anything exciting? I really wish we could finish the deck, but because they're calling for thunderstorms, I don't want to start it and then it'll have all these spots on them. All right, making sure my ribbons are going the right way so that you'll be able to read it. Yeah. That would be nice. I don't know. Even when I don't go to work, I still get up at my work time. I wish I could sleep in. I just hope I make it upstairs because last night I was decompressing because I did 6 test runs to try to get the software to work. And I told my husband, I just need to decompress and then I'll be upstairs. But then I had such a bad headache, I laid on the sofa and I never made it upstairs. So my goal tonight is to actually make it to bed. I woke up and I saw my dog had come downstairs. He was like, Mommy, if you're not going upstairs, I'm going to stay with you. So he stayed downstairs with me. All right, I'm going to recheck this layout before I put these last 2 in because I feel like I should only have 1 more going in the opposite direction. I don't know if the lighting is any better, but I ordered a new light, an extra light, so I have a 3rd light shining down. So I can't tell if you can tell if it's any brighter or not. I just know it's in my face. All right, so let me just look and see. I'm gonna think I do 1 more in the wrong direction and then 1 in the right direction. I was just thinking, why do I have so many ribbon tails left? Well, I still have to do the top layer. Hi, Kay. Welcome. We are doing our Christmas in July, and I'm doing a little Santa wreath with some ho-ho-ho ribbon and some polka dots, because I love me some polka dots. Hi, Jody. All right, so this one needs to go the correct way. And then we will be finished the bottom. Then we just have to work on the top. Hi, Donna. Was it Donna? I'm sorry. I hate to start pulling on the ones that are frayed, because once you start, but I just hate to see it being raggedy. So, all right, so now we're going to work on our top. So we have our base so far. Okay, so these are, okay, perfect. I don't have to, there was only 6 that I didn't cut. And I'm going to feather out the ones that I put on the top. The ho-ho ribbon isn't stiff, so it wrinkles a little bit. But I'm going to make it work. Just going to make a little bird wing with these. I just need it to be in the 80s for like 2 days. Well, actually, I need it to be in the 90s for one to dry out the wood. And then I need for like 2 days for it to be in the 80s so that I can finish my stain. And I need it to not rain for 48 hours after I stain. Is that asking too much? Did you get your air conditioner fixed? I thought I saw something where your AC went out. I cannot imagine though. Well, that's not true. We went 3 summers at our old house. It was in July, and it was probably the hottest day of the year. I was throwing a party for my husband for his birthday, and the AC broke. I was like, we couldn't get anybody out to do it, so it wasn't. We had fun, but it wasn't pleasant. And then when we moved into this house, we had 2 summers where, like 2 months straight, we didn't have air. They finally ended up putting a new. Hey, Steve. They finally put a new system in, and so we've been good. So but as you see, I'm working with my jacket on because it is freezing in my basement. Oh. When our AC, because it is cooler in the lower level of the house, we just stayed, you know, down here. But it wasn't fun. We had one of the most beautiful sunsets, I want to say, even Tuesday night. It's just beautiful. All right, 2 more. And I'll have to figure out where I'm going to add Mr. Snowman. Hey, Caress. Uh-oh. Sometimes my charms get stuck on the mesh, but luckily it wasn't too bad. Uh-oh. Oh, that's right. All right, this is our last one. I always want to lift up the project, forgetting that I switched cameras to the overhead so you guys can see. You have a better angle than the way it used to be. All right, so here we have it. Now I got to remember which way is up. It's over here. Yes. Yes. All right, so now this big guy, I could put him on an angle. So I just need to figure out. Thank you, ma'am. All right, cover your ears. I didn't do it ahead of time because I didn't know where he was going to be situated. Thank you, Miss Nina. Now, Santa came with, he has a little snowflake on the top of his hat, but like his little mustache is metal, and so is this holly. So the rest is wood. Oh, which I think I just made it come through. All right, this one might go on my husband's door because the staples went through. So he'll have a new sign or new wreath for his office door. find a little spot for this. And then we can make our bow. Now, I have lots of ribbon choices for the bow, so you have to tell me what you think as soon as I get this in here. All right, so we have Santa all set. So in addition to we'll put him off to the side, this ho 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 and the polka dot, I also have bring in some green from the mesh and also green from the holly, but I also have this ho 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 that has some snowflakes and polka dots. And then I have this mini ho ho ho, which I think I'm just going to use as my center loop. But then I have the Santa ribbon and then some stripes. So what do you guys think? Rachel, you don't understand. It's freezing in here. It is freezing in here. Normally, if I'm in my craft room and I'm at the computer, I have a blanket over my legs and I have my jacket. And if we're upstairs in the family room, I'm wrapped up in a blanket up there too. Just I don't know. All right, so do we have any suggestions? Okay. You can mix it up a little bit. Turn it so that the ho ho ho. No, it's not. Am I losing my mind? Maybe a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to use the ho 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 because it's not lined up correctly. And I would have a fit if it was all upside down. So I'm going to use this Santa. I'm going to use the polka dots. Then I'm going to use this stripe and then the green. Nina, do you want the green with the ho 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 or just the plain green and red? This is something. The plain, okay. Hi, Judy. Hi, Cindy. Thanks for stopping in. I'm I'm usually, I don't know what's taking me so long today. I'm usually signing off. Rachel, I might have to start stealing your idea of the pens, the paper clip, no, clothes clip to help keep these things down. All right, so now I'm going to do my stripes. I need one of those too. Because the bow I did on Wednesday, I was like, why is it so floppy? Like, I'm not feeling this at all. But once I put some florals in it, okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Hey guys, after you're done here with me, Rachel's Unique Crafts, she's coming on at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and if you're Central Time, it's 7. So if you haven't gotten enough of crafting on this Friday night, go over and hang out with Rachel. Okay. Hi, Margaret. We are almost done. I'm just going to add this as my center loop. Only because I know it's going to drive me crazy if it's just... I just want to make a little center loop with this ho ho ho. I'm going to use my zip tie. And then we will be finished, folks. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm going to put a red pipe cleaner behind here before I make it tight. And then I'm just going to add my bow. And we can call it a night for me, but I'll go up and hang out with Rachel on her channel. right, so now I'm just going to fluff up and then I'm just going to trim off my regular nights are Wednesdays at 7 Eastern Standard Time. For the month of July, I've been doing Christmas in July, so I've been doing bonus lives on Friday. I may continue, maybe not every Friday, but maybe every other Friday, do a live. It does, Nina. So, I don't like that jagged edge. All right, so I think we are done. What do you guys think? All right, so if you guys get a chance, you can go over to Rachel's Unique Crafts. She's on Facebook and YouTube. Hang out with her. Otherwise, I will see you guys next Wednesday at 7. And if you can only come on Friday, I will see you next Friday. Thank you so much for hanging out. And let me do this. I can at least turn back and put my face on camera. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Bonnie. All right, so you guys have a good weekend. Stay safe, be blessed, and I will see you next week.